we can do that and food at the same time if you like. This is an app called Home that works with a particular film called Home that we've got preloaded on the hard disk of the set-top box here. And it features aerial photography from around the world. So this app uses the satellite maps that are built into the iPad and has a list of scenes in the film. So for example, I can, as I watch the film, the map here will update to show the part of the world that I'm looking at, and then I can explore it further. Now, it takes a little bit of time to go through each scene, so I can just tap one. For example, if I tap on Dubai, then it jumps to that part of the film, and you see it's showing the Palm Islands of
So this
Dubai.
is where the show's already been recorded on the DVR on the set-top. So we're able to provide, if you, for instance, want to index a show frame by frame, second by second, minute by minute, you can provide scene-level augmentation to that show. So you can both navigate the show by your app, and also the app can navigate, or the show can navigate through your app. There's sort of a linkage there.
Here's like how, for example.
Question.
Yeah.
So, using your platform, and if someone's watching a James Bond show,
Yeah.
a movie,
Yeah.
and it's on television, and I create a platform or an interface, and I have a partnership with Hilton or some hotel or Travelocity or
Yeah.
whatever. What I just heard you say right here, I can theoretically connect those two and turn it into an external commerce and take a piece of the vig for
Yeah,
myself.
I mean, you could look at the app as a new bit of advertising real estate, new product placement. Just if you could persuade someone to open your app and sit there and have it on their knee while they're watching James Bond.
Could you possibly, is there any kind of, because you just mentioned interface, so is there any kind of overlay type of app that you guys could show us? Anything that while the content...
Well, on TV.
On the TV itself.
I mean, you could run an app. You could use Google TV as an example.
So this right here.
You know, yeah, that is a Google TV. That's actually a reflection of what's coming out on the iPad. But you know, you could do an overlay app on TV if the TV itself was an interactive TV like a Google TV, which we would say is just an Android device, right? So.
Android, step forward just a moment, and with the device in your hand, could you come forward?
For the video. Yeah.
Hold it up.
If you can't see behind the pillar, we're just mirroring it here.
His hand there, it's actually in real time controlling that television over there, which is getting the signal from satellite.
So it's the channel change is super quick. When he selects a new place, you can see it jumping
It's
off.
actually not a channel changer in this instance, but I'm jumping
It's
around
a scene
with
jump.
microphones
Yeah.
inside a particular movie.
So
the only information we're actually sending over the API is the show that you're watching and how many hours, minutes, and seconds into the show you are. And then using this, the app is just sending a command that says, go to this particular time code. So for example,
it's difficult to tell where we are in black and white.
you can see the time code there in the corner as that counts. 5108, 5110, etc.
This is at the Amazon to me.
So what's the cost of using your app, of your API?
API, right now our API is freely available.
What about in the long term?
Long term, I want to start monetizing.
What's our business model? We were acquired by Cisco for $5 billion last week, so we're fairly secure in the revenue side of things. So we believe in changing the way the world's entertained and informed, and we think having an open API is really going to make that happen.
Was that 5 billion British billion or American billion?
This is American billion, so yeah, small change, small change. Yeah. But believe me, none of it went into my pocket. So.
That's unfortunate.
Someone asked about putting internet content onto the TV through control of the tablet, right?
Yeah.
And you guys said it wasn't possible, but at the same time, right now, you're using your API to mirror content that's on.
No, actually, we've just got an Apple TV over there. Yeah, we just got an Apple TV plugged in over there, so you can see that. We've got one more example I think Andrew wants to show, which is about the show Top Gear. I don't know if any of you have heard of that show. It's a good British kind of show. So if we could just quickly jump to that. Now there's a feature in Top Gear called Star in a Reasonably Priced Car. Okay?
So basically what you have is, say, a driver driving around the track, and I've got three different episodes of the show already recorded on the planner here. And what I can do is I can choose any one of them. Like I can tap on Jeff Goldblum was a special guest, and then it just simply jumps to that episode. Now, SDP works with different kinds of TV viewing. There's live TV, time-shifted TV, like if you just pause it and then come back. If you've recorded a whole show on your planner, or with video-on-demand services. So it'll work with any of those things. Now, with VOD and playing back into the planner, it's more convenient to pause, jump around, etc.
When he says planner, he means kind of playlist. It's stuff that you've got recorded
On
in your
your hard
DVR.
disk, yeah. So, for example, if I bring up
Andy Garcia, is this?
No, this is Rupert Grint, star of the Harry Potter films, and I was looking there.
This is Rupert Grint.
Okay.
So this
there
is
on the TV, you see this little red dot driving around the track. And so what I've done is I've synchronized the time code in the episode, how many seconds into the lap I am, with where the car is. And you can actually not just see where it is, but you can interact with it completely. I can pause it using the remote control, and then you'll see that it stops over there on the television. Can you see the red dot from where you're at?
On the TV, yeah.
It's different than on there.
Okay, on the TV, basically the red dot over there. And I can hit play again, and then it keeps moving around the track.
it's like real-time telemetry, but on the app for this.
But I don't have to use the remote control. I can do the same thing in the app, or I can simply tap anywhere on the track to jump to that point in the video. So I'm using this as like a fancy jog dial to say, I want to go exactly to some point. So if I just tap right here, you'll see it going by the tires. There's a little stack of tires there, and it just drives right by it. I can just do it one more time, and you'll see that it goes back to the same point in the video.
So would that mean that for live TV, you should be able to do the instant playback?
You can control the TV like that. You can jump to a particular point, and if your TV has been recording it, you have a TV that does that.
We can't fast forward live TV yet. That's, good for those lottery results, but
on sports a lot more.
If you watch, say, you know,
I want that
football,
feature.
right? And you try to play back like in the last 3 seconds.
And it's important to say that the API has a way where you can ask what the set-top box is capable of. Because some set-top boxes have hard disks and some don't. So with the API, you can say, is it capable of doing this? So it's a construction
Flashing the roof.
You can inquire what are the capabilities of this set-top box. And also different platforms might not fully implement 100% of the API. So you can ask, what is this device capable of? What kind of things can I do?
So you might want to think, even if you knew one thing, what am I watching and where am I? What could you do with that? If I could just book a recording, to book something if I found something, you don't have to.
So does that mean that we have to track and that the deployment platform, like the set-top box, how many percentage it will compatible with your API?
Essentially, you could target any. If you free your mind at this stage, right? Free your mind if you wanted to target a particular program, a particular platform, a particular type of experience from a user side. Don't constrain yourself. We'll deal with the hooking up with the broadcast, the complexity. You just work on the best way of viewing TV. That's fine.
A little bit similar question than the gentleman that asked a couple minutes ago. Say like some TV, say 208 Olympic game is actually officially it's not open to outside men in China.
Yeah.
It seems like if we turn back the time, use your API, we will be able to watch those TV not supposed to watch outside China.
Well, I guess we all know in this room, if you want to watch something, the internet is your friend. Right? Okay? But I'm not saying I'm condoning that, but if you produce an app which just gives you the stuff you want to watch somehow, which is related to the show, or you know, how do I watch this episode in the future? Whatever makes TV better. We're not trying to put a lid on things or constrain things.
So you will be able to guarantee the data feed for that particular TV channel? Is that
Okay, the miracle of Apogee, right, on a business perspective here, is they provide blacklisting and whitelisting. So an operator may decide that if your app is doing bad things, they can chop the API off. Okay, so try and think about the greater good here, and try and, you know, part of the exercise this weekend is to come up with something that makes business sense as well, not just, you know, it's disruptive, great, but business sense.